It's that time of year again, my friends. The leaves are still green, the sun is shining bright, but our minds are already drifting to those cozy evenings glued to the TV. And if you're anything like me, you're absolutely buzzing with anticipation, and maybe a tiny bit of dread about what the upcoming 2025 to 26 TV season holds for our favorite primetime shows. Because let's be real, while we adore the comfort of routine and familiar faces, there's always that nail-biting suspense about who's sticking around, who's making a triumphant comeback, and who's, gulp, saying their final goodbyes. And oh boy, this upcoming season is already shaping up to be a wild ride of comings and goings, twists and turns that will have us all on the edge of our couches. We're talking about beloved stars from Chicago Fire, Law and Order, SVU, Fire Country, Elspeth, and so many more. Some of these departures are going to hit us right in the feels, leaving a gaping hole in our TV-watching hearts. Take 9-to-11's Peter Cross, for instance. His character, Captain Bobby Nash, met a truly heart-wrenching and permanent end after a contagion emergency. Just thinking about it gives me shivers. It's a stark reminder that in the world of television, sometimes goodbye really does mean goodbye. But fear not, my fellow TV fanatics. While there will certainly be some noticeable absences, we can also breathe a collective sigh of relief because a few fan favorites are making their grand full-time returns. Think of it as a warm hug after a tearful farewell. It's all part of the emotional roller coaster that is our beloved primetime lineup. And then there are those cliffhangers, the ones that leave us screaming at our screens, wondering if our favorite characters will even make it to the next season. Shows like FBI and NCIS, Origins have truly mastered the art of suspense, leaving us hanging by a thread with life or death finals. My stress levels are already through the roof just thinking about them. Oh, and let's not forget that it's not just the broadcast networks playing musical chairs with their casts. Even our beloved streaming hits are getting in on the action, bidding farewell to some familiar faces. It just goes to show that change is the only constant, even in our fictional worlds. So grab your tissues and maybe a celebratory snack, because we're about to dive into the nitty-gritty of who's in and who's out for the 2025 to 26 TV season. The heartbreaking goodbyes and triumphant returns. Let's start with the hard-hitting news, shall we? Because ripping off the Band-Aid is always best, right? Leaving. Peter Cross, 9-to-11. This one stings, folks. Peter Cross, who brought so much heart and gravitas to Captain Bobby Nash, made his final exit in the April 17th episode. His character's death after being infected during a contagion emergency was a truly devastating moment. We'll miss his calm demeanor and unwavering leadership something fierce. It's safe to say there won't be a dry eye in the house when we rewatch those final scenes. Leaving. Daniel Keary, Chicago Fire. My heart sank when I heard this. Daniel Keary, our beloved firefighter Darren Ritter since 2018, won't be returning as a series regular for season 14. What's even more frustrating is that his exit wasn't addressed in the final. Chicago Fire showrunner Andre Newman did offer a glimmer of hope to TV Line, suggesting he might pop in for a proper goodbye. Let's keep our fingers crossed, because Ritter deserves a heartfelt send-off. Leaving. Jake Lockett, Chicago Fire. Another Chicago Fire departure that stings. Jake Lockett, who played the charismatic Sam Carver, won't be a series regular in season 14. While Carver announced his application for a job with the Denver Fire Department, he also rekindled his romance with Violet. What does this mean for them? Showrunner Andre Newman hinted to TV Line that Lockett might return to wrap up Carver's arc. We need closure, people, especially after that romantic cliffhanger. Leaving. Sean Hatosy, Chicago PD. This one was brutal. After recurring throughout season 12, Sean Hatosy's deputy chief Reed met a definitive end in the season final. Killed off. Just like that. It leaves a massive void in the Chicago PD universe, and I'm still reeling from the shock. Leaving. Kara Patterson, Elspeth. Okay, this one comes with a silver lining. Thank goodness. Kara Patterson's Detective Kea Blank is off to a special task force in Washington, D.C., but here's the good news. She'll be back as a guest star. Showrunner Jonathan Tolan's reassured TV Line that Kea is still a super important part of the show and will return as often as possible. Phew. My Elspeth heart can breathe a sigh of relief.